Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 7. And for today's video I will once again be talking about the 150th episode of The Flash, in which we have some news coming from Jordan Fisher himself, the actor playing Bart Allen aka Impulse. But also I'll be giving you guys a couple of theories I have about the 150th episode, and I will be explaining the new post-crisis Nora West Allen, because for those who don't know, she will be quite different to the Nora we met during The Flash Season 5. So yeah, during the back half of The Flash Season 7, we know that the penultimate episode of the season, that being episode 17, will also be the 150th episode of the show, in which it's obviously a huge milestone that we will be hitting 150 episodes this season. Altogether, we will be hitting 151 episodes, saying that we have episode 18 after the 150th episode. Whenever we usually get these sorts of milestones, like a 100th episode or 150th episode or 200th episode, it's usually a special type of episode in which we have heard some crazy stuff about the 150th episode at the moment. Most shocking being that we will be getting Bart Allen aka Impulse appearing on the show. But most recently, we got the reveal that Jessica Parker Kennedy as well as John Wesley Shipp were also in Vancouver getting ready to film that episode. Yeah, during the past couple of days, we got some extra news about this episode, and as I said, it's coming from Jordan Fisher. And yeah, I'll be breaking it all down and I'll be sharing you guys the theories which I have as well. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so as I said before, the most shocking thing we've heard of about this episode is that we'll be getting Bart Allen appearing. Over here, he will not be the grandson of Barry and Iris like he is in the comics, but he will actually be the son of Barry and Iris on the show. As we know, Bart Allen will be played by Jordan Fisher. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we had the news that Jordan Fisher was going to be arriving to Vancouver and he would be serving his quarantine in preparation for the 150th episode. Well, yeah, very recently, Jordan Fisher has officially finished his quarantine, meaning it's time to film the 150th episode. Now, if you guys follow him on Twitter, you guys would know that a couple of days ago, Jordan Fisher tweeted the following: "Second day of freedom, trying on my suit for the first time today." So yeah, as you guys can tell from what Jordan Fisher has tweeted, he finished his quarantine, and the second day of freedom, he went for a costume fitting to try out his Impulse costume. Now, this is just a costume fitting, meaning the suit he tried on will not end up being the actual suit we will be seeing. It will be very similar, however, it will obviously be adjusted and meddled with so that it could better fit Jordan Fisher. But now that we had Jordan Fisher try on his Impulse costume, I think we should be expecting a first look of the Impulse costume very soon. The most likeliest option is that they would release it through concept art, or they will just show us a Bart Allen poster with Jordan Fisher in the suit. I think that would be the most reasonable option, and the reason I say this is because for the 150th episode, they will definitely be filming outdoors, and this would make it very likely for the suit to get leaked. So in my opinion at least, I think they should just reveal the costume and give us a first look through a poster or like concept art, rather than trying to keep it secretive for so long and then it could end up getting leaked. I don't want that to happen. I want us to get like an actual first look of the suit before they actually release anything or before anything gets leaked on set. Now, in terms of how I would imagine the suit to look like, there are a lot of people who say that they want the suit to look like this fan art, which I'm probably showing on the screen right now. However, for me, I think the more likelier option is that they will go for the concept art of this instead, as it just looks more Impulse-like than the other one. Personally, I wouldn't mind either way. Both of them look really cool. But if the show were to go for like an Impulse costume, I think it would look very similar to the concept art over the fan art. But yeah, I am very excited to see Jordan Fisher in the costume. But other than this news, yesterday we also had Jordan Fisher tweet the following: "I met Barry Allen, Jay Garrick and XS today." Now, whether or not they met through Zoom or in real life, we don't know about that. Last week we obviously did have Danielle Panabaker post on her Instagram story saying that they are filming episode 16, I believe. So either like at the moment they're wrapping up episode 16 and they're going into episode 17, or they have started episode 17 or they're about to start episode 17. I would guess that they're still wrapping up episode 16 and they're gonna go into episode 17 pretty soon. But yeah, we have the Flash family coming together, and I can't wait to see how this plays out. Obviously, Garrick is confirmed to be on Earth Prime in present day, but we know that the siblings, Bart and Nora, are from the future, so it will be interesting to see how they actually come into the fold as well. Now, for the two siblings, Nora and Bart, I think they could end up doing their own spin of the Tornado Twins in the comics. Now, for those who don't know who the Tornado Twins are, I have done a video, explaining how the show could do their own take of the Tornado Twins for the show. But just to quickly sum it up, the Tornado Twins are basically speedster twins from the 30th century of both Barry and Iris. However, the only difference is over here, these twins consist of Dawn and Dawn Allen. But what I think will be going on for the show is that they will be doing their own take of the Tornado Twins. So instead of us having Dawn and Dawn Allen, well, we will be having Nora West Allen as well as Bart Allen being the speedster twins. We will get the post-crisis introduction to these twins during the 150th episode, or the siblings, because we don't know if they will be twins or not. But it would just be very interesting to see them go for the twins route, as it would just be very cool to see them bringing in the concept of the two speedster twins. I think that would be very cool to see. And as I showed in yesterday's video as well, Eric Wallace was a fan of the Tornado Twins thing, and it seemed like he had it planned already. I will play the clip right now just in case you guys didn't watch the other video.
We would definitely love to have Jessica back. She was terrific on the show, just a blessing to join us. And we do have some weird hints this season that you may or may not pick up about how she might return. So keep an eye out for that.
Tornado Twins, you're saying?
No, I'm not saying a word.
So yeah, this wasn't anything recent. This was during Comic-Con for the Flash Season 6, but it shows that Eric Wallace did have plans to bring Nora West Allen back, and the way he reacted to the Tornado Twins thing, it just seemed like he had it planned, and he had it planned that he would bring Nora back in like a Tornado Twins fashion, and personally bringing in Bart Allen, and then now us having Nora West Allen returning for this episode as well. I just think it's very likely for us seeing the Tornado Twins for the 150th episode. Now, speaking of Nora, we know she still exists post-crisis, and I have showed you guys evidence supporting the theory of Nora still being alive. For those who are new over here and are watching me for the first time, here is evidence. It is that during the Flash Season 6 episode 14, which is a post-crisis episode, it's titled The Death of the Speed Force, we have Barry and Wally obviously arguing about the death of the Speed Force and how it cannot die since it's an infinite source of energy, so there's got to be an issue. During their conversation, Wally does say the following: "Barry, you don't get it. We are all connected. When I used to talk with the Speed Force, sometimes it used to show me visions of different futures. There was always one common thread. There was always a speedster that would pick up our mantles like a chain of lightning, stretching through centuries. I saw my kids running with their kids. I saw Nora." So the fact that this episode took place post-crisis, saying that it's episode 14, and Wally specifically mentioned Nora during this conversation, shows that she has not been erased from the timeline or whatever. She still exists post-crisis and will still be Barry and Iris' daughter at the end of the day in the future. But the thing I find interesting about Jordan's tweet is that he says Barry Allen and then he mentions Garrick, both of which are the characters' real names. But then when he goes on to mention Nora, he says XS. He doesn't say Nora, and XS is obviously Nora's alias, but it's not her name. So is there a chance that Nora's name will be different post-crisis, which leads to Jordan Fisher saying XS instead of Nora? Maybe she ends up becoming Dawn Allen or something like that. That would be very, very cool to see, but I'm not sure. Maybe I could just be overthinking the situation, but maybe that is the case. Maybe Nora ends up becoming Dawn Allen when we next see her during episode 17, but who knows? As I said, it could just be me overthinking it. But in regards to Nora, one major change happening towards her character is that she will no longer be the same Nora we met during season 5. You would obviously expect some similarities, however this time, as I mentioned before in previous videos, Barry never ends up vanishing, meaning Nora would have her father to always train her, meaning she never ends up working with Thawne. So pretty much that just ruins the whole season 5 storyline post-crisis. So although we could expect Nora to still have some similarities, she won't be the same Nora we met during season 5. She will have those similarities, however, she will be significantly different to the one we met during season 5 as well. So one thing I am hoping for, and I hope they do, is that they take away the things people criticized about Nora during season 5, that obviously being she's acted like a 12-year-old instead of being like a adult, and she was pretty annoying to be fair. And maybe for this new version of Nora, they could change that up and make Nora a more likable character and basically make her a stronger character overall. I think that would be a very interesting way to go, giving us a post-crisis Nora if they are actually going for like a different personality, however having some similarities as well. I would say that that is the way to go, but again, I'm not entirely sure. She could end up becoming the same Nora we met during season 5, just her storyline being different, but who knows, I guess we will have to wait and see. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below whether or not you guys are excited for the 150th episode of the show. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.